Can you post the link in the comment
We are
in the
live
chat?
now. We are live. It's just I'm taking a second to share out on my own as well and make this public. Why isn't this happening? Okay. Should be good now. Yeah, it's there on my profile.
Okay, I'll find it.
Okay.
Mm-mm-mm.
Okay. We're good now. Yeah,
Mm-mm.
now it's public. Hello, everybody. I hope you all are doing well in your lives. Everything's going good. Today we have Angela Thomas Smith. She's an amazing person. We did not meet a very long time ago, but as long as I've known her, she's an amazing author. She has a lot to tell about her life. So let's hear more from Angela. Hello, how are you doing?
Hello, hello. How are you? Can you
I'm
hear
doing
me?
amazing. Yes, I can hear you, but with gaps. I mean, like there's a lot of gap until you speak.
How are you? I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm good
So I
too.
am Angela Thomas Smith. I am from Anderson, South Carolina. I currently reside in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I am an author of now 19 books. I'm also the CEO and founder of Aspiring Authors Magazine and AALAC, which is African American Author Literacy Awareness Campaign.
That is honestly very very
Is there
very
like a
amazing.
lot? Is there something going on with the internet?
No, not on my side. My internet's good.
I think
Yeah.
it may be something going on with the internet. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Can you hear me? And now you froze. That's just internet. Hello, Praveen Patel. Hope you're doing fine. Hafiz Muhammad Asif saying salam. Walaikum assalam, Hafiz. There's a problem with probably Angela's connection or the connection between us. But guys, until she comes back, we can talk. You guys can comment. Okay, she just automatically left. So I hope that she comes back. And that is just internet, guys, because at times, I mean, we do appreciate the internet as a global family, but I think we need to at times lower our expectations from the internet because it's already given us a lot. And when we're like, okay, I suppose it's supposed to be perfect and stuff, I feel like we should lower our expectations because at times it can slow down. At times it can just like end, or the internet has its problems, right? So I feel like yeah, we should always give everybody, and it isn't just the internet or all these facilities that we have around us. I think that also goes for all the people that we have around us, whether that be from all races, all national and professional backgrounds. So I think that is one advice that I'd like to give to you today. Second, okay. So I was saying, Assalamu alaikum. Who's saying that? Assalamu alaikum, Raheen. Correction, my name is Raheen. Just saying. Well, thank you so much. Wa alaikum assalam, Ehsan. How's everything going at your end? I hope everything's fine. Angela isn't coming. Okay. I hope that you can join. I mean, I have 11 people watching me now, 9. So I feel like there are people watching, and I would love if you guys can comment down as to how this second wave, as for Pakistan, for of the COVID-19 virus is going on, and it's actually almost been a year since all this like overwhelming, I would say like a thing going on. Yeah, this overwhelming virus going on. We have great saying Khalil. Wait, I don't know how to pronounce the second name. Okay, Angela Smith. Hello, how are you doing, Angela?
I'm okay. Maybe this will work. I have computers, so hopefully
I
this
think
will work.
yeah, hope so. So you were introducing yourself, and you were saying that you authored 19 books, and then you froze.
Okay, so I am the author of 19 books. I'm also the CEO and founder of Aspiring Authors Magazine and AALAC, which is the African American Author Literacy Awareness Campaign, an organization I started in 2016. Um, I started the organization to bring awareness to authors and to touch on literacy within the brown community. Here in South Carolina, we rank number 50 in education out of all the states in the U.S. We come in last, and it's unacceptable. So I
Yeah,
wanted to do something to touch on education with the kids that I was working with. So that's what got me into doing all the things that I'm doing now. So
I see.
I host two radio shows. I have a magazine. I just want to promote authors and bring awareness to literacy. So that's what I do. I'm a survivor of domestic violence, suicide, attempt survivor. I just want people to know that they have purpose, and I try to educate, empower, and encourage them to walk in their purpose. So that's what I do.
That is honestly so amazing. I appreciate your efforts a lot. So let's get into the real start. Where were you born, and how was your early childhood?
So I was born in Anderson, South Carolina, which is very very small place. I grew up in a very small community, actually very small farm community. I grew up around nothing but pretty much family. I had a pretty good life, childhood, normal childhood. Grew up on a farm, not a whole lot of excitement. I think my struggle started when I lost my mom. I lost my mom 12 days after my 16th birthday, and that began a journey for me. Um, so I lost my mom. I ended up in Atlanta playing basketball. That journey ended me back up in South Carolina, where I experienced domestic violence in 2014. I was shot point blank range with a shotgun. It's a miracle that I'm here. Um, Doctor said I wouldn't walk, but I've been walking now um, since I walked out of the hospital 3 days after I got shot. So God is good, and this journey hasn't been easy, but I know that everything that I've experienced hadn't just been for me. You know, I've battled depression. I've battled PTSD. Um, it's just been a struggle. It's been a journey. But I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. You know, it's taught me a lot. I know it has not just been for me, but for people that I'm gonna come in contact with. Hadn't always understood why I experienced a lot of the things that I experienced because again, like I say, my life wasn't bad, but it wasn't the greatest, you know.
Yeah.
Um I know other people that have experienced a lot worse things than I have. But I'm grateful for my journey because it has allowed me to be able to do the things that I do today. Um, wouldn't be able to do the things that I do without this journey. Wouldn't be able to share with people because I wouldn't be able to talk about domestic violence. I had an opportunity last night to share my journey with domestic violence with four other individuals. And it is amazing how we come from different walks of life, but we can experience some of the same things, and little things bring us together. um, and it's just amazing. I thank God for technology. Even during this COVID, this COVID pandemic experience, whatever you want to call it, everybody got a name for it. Um,
Mhm.
I definitely have seen a lot during this pandemic. I've seen a lot of people struggle with it, and then I've seen a lot of people thrive with it. Um, I decided that I was not gonna struggle with it because I was gonna stand on the word of God. I am a Christian, and I believe in the word of God. So I chose to stand on Psalms 46:10 and to be still and know that I'm God. So that's what I stood on. And when everything looked like it was empty, I could see it half full. I see the good out of, you know, the bad things. And I thank God for that. Um, because it has definitely helped me during this time. I'm one of the many people that lost their jobs during this time. But I thank God because it pushed me into finally something that I've been wanting to do forever, and that is totally be an entrepreneur. I have totally neglected my organization that I've been had for since 2014, 2016. I've neglected them because I put my all in all into a job. And I said, you know what? If I can do it for someone else, why I can't do it for myself?
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people have realized during this time, and I think that's what the creator wanted us to understand, that he have given us all these talents and gifts and all this stuff that's inside of us, and we just letting it be dormant, and we not utilizing it. We not utilizing the gifts because they go back to the word. If you're a believer and you read your Bible, or you read whatever you read, we all at the end of the day, there's one God, and whatever scriptures, whatever educational tool you use to get to that one God, it's going to give you instructions. And those are the things that we have to apply to our life. And I tell you, for so long I've not done that. And now I see the difference. And I think during this time, the creator just wanted his time with us because we've neglected that for so long, and we've allowed so much to take place in society that was out of order, and he had to bring order in our lives individually and as a community and as a whole. And I think that's what's happened during this time. um I tell you, I've enjoyed it. I've definitely been thriving. I've not been out a lot. I've only been out when necessary. And I've utilized the time that I've had to study and really get to know who I am. A lot of people, they don't believe that I just come back to Facebook in February. They're like, "Wow, you just come back to Facebook in February?" I'm like, "Yeah, I've been gone since 2018." I lost my dad. I was hospitalized. I was in the hospital for 21 days. And when I come out the hospital, I was on bed rest. The doctors didn't release me from their care until December of 2019. Um, I moved to a place that I don't know nobody here. I'm in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I don't know anybody here. I moved from Atlanta, Georgia to Myrtle Beach. No, I don't know nobody. So it has been a journey, and I've really enjoyed this virtual experience because I've been able to go places that I would normally go. I've been able to be a part of conferences that I wouldn't normally be a part of. I've been a part of international conferences, been able to speak on platforms that I normally probably wouldn't have never been able to speak on if we had not networked, collaborated, and partnered and decided to reach out and step outside our boxes, and not be so closed minded and not willing to share. And that's what I preach across my platform. I want people to be able to network, collaborate, and partner with other people so that we can get our messages out. We don't just have these messages for no reason. We don't just have these books for no reason. You think I got 19 books? I don't just have 19 books for no reason. There's messages in those books. And then not only that, most of them are collaboration projects. So that means I didn't do them by myself. So in some of these books, there's up to 20 other people in these books with me. So they're sharing their story. So we've had the opportunity to really network and collaborate and come together and, you know, promote unity, especially during a time like this when everything seems like it's just falling apart. And we can show unity and we can show support and genuineness for each other, especially with the holidays coming up. And this is supposed to be the season of love and the season of giving and caring, you know, I'm just I'm just overjoyed right now because of the conference last night and all that's been taking place over the last couple of weeks. And people that follow me on my platform, they definitely would understand why, because they know the experiences that have been taking place over my different platforms. I host a couple of shows, and it's just like things have been just falling in place for not just me, but for people around me. And doors have been opening for people just to show other people that things are possible, that things are happening, that God is still blessing, that, when the word say we would do greater works, you should see that.
Yeah.
We should be seeing a whole lot of stuff. And it shouldn't have to been from the pandemic. It shouldn't have took the pandemic for individuals to realize that they are talented, that they have these gifts. It should never take something pushing you to your end or to your limit to you realize that you have something inside of you. You should already be able to know that. You should already know that you have a gift, you have a talent, you have something that you are supposed to be given to this world. You have to know that it's not by coincidence that you're here,
Yeah.
that you just didn't drop out the sky. We looking for something to fall out the sky. We looking for somebody to give us something. We looking for something. It's not going to happen like that.
Yes.
I thank you for doing what you're doing, and how you are, reaching out and interviewing people and sharing people's story and getting to know people all over the world. You're in Pakistan. You're all the way on the other side of the country. I'm in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, in the U.S. And people getting to hear my story. They're getting to hear my story about domestic violence. They're getting to hear my story about suicide. They getting to hear my journey. I don't know what everybody's journey is, but they get to hear that, I made it through these things, and whatever they're facing, they can make it too. That's why I share. That's why I share my journey, because I want people to know that you can make it, that it's possible.
Yeah,
So,
beautiful. And honestly, and there's so many beautiful thing about your journey and about my journey, and yet I feel like there's a lot of common things in us. You know, there's things that you like, there's things that I like, and then we're human. If there's no similarity in the world, we're human, right? So I feel like that is something that we need to realize. Now tell me more about your books and how we can get access to them.
so I have a couple of books. So,
Ooh.
okay, this is what I have right now. So this is my latest book that I just released. Um
Mhm.
and it's a devotional, and I did it with 19 other women. And it's called Women of Indefinable Worth. I'm owning my truth. So, truth is, I want to tell you what truth means, because people have to understand what it means. And I break it down on the back of the book so they'll know. The T stands for test, trials, and tribulations. The R stands for resilience, not willing to give up. The U stands for uniqueness, knowing that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. The T stands for transparency, willingness to share openly, coming from under the layers of mask. The H stands for helping others heal through sharing our testimony. And the S stands for servant of God for the building of the kingdom. And that's what truth stands for. So we're sharing our truth. So we're sharing something that tried to come against us, a test, a trial, or a tribulation, something that tried to hinder us, something that tried to stop us from being who God had called us to be. But we chose not to allow that to stop us. We chose not to allow that to keep us bound. And we share this. There's individuals that share how they was molested, how they was on drugs, how it's just 19 individuals. There's a young lady in here. She shared her journey with how her mom gave her a kidney, and then how a couple of years later she had to get another kidney, and then after battling the kidney disease she found out that she has cancer, and then had to battle that, and then now she get diagnosed. It's a journey, and people
Yeah.
share their story so that other people can see how they made it through, and the things that they did to overcome what they were going through. So I have that, and then of course I have the affirmation book that goes along with that, because we want people to know that they can speak over their life, that they have that power. Um, so we share affirmations, so people can speak over their life. And then this is a notebook where you can journal and write down your thoughts and follow along. All of my books can be found on Amazon. Of course, you can reach out to me. I am on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and I am Queen of Collaboration on all of my platforms. If you look for Angela Thomas Smith, Queen of Collaborations, you will find me, because I love to collaborate. And everybody that knows me know that about me. So,
Yeah. I've had bizarre like collaborations as in we just had an interview, we had a call, and the next thing we know that we're doing business together. The next thing we do, we're writing a book together. So there's been bizarre things, and that is for everybody. So what's that one last message that you'd like to give to everybody who in this period of COVID-19 virus might think that I'm useless or I'm not worth it, or might actually be thinking of ending themselves or ending their lives, or thinking that we're not worth it at all? What do you want to say?
well, I want everybody to know that they have purpose. And if you are a believer, Jeremiah 29:11 tells you that he said, I have a plan for you, to prosper you, for you be in good health, for you to have hope and a future. So his word is not going to return to him void. And then if you go back to Jeremiah 1:5, he said, you know, every hair on your head, he called them by name. And then he go on down in that same chapter and say, I set you apart. So he set you apart. And you wonder why you different, why you may be the black sheep of your family,
Yeah.
why things don't go the way you want them to go, why people always criticize what you do, or why you think that you may be different. because you're set apart. You have to realize that you are unique. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. When he created the mold for you, he created it just for you. When he finished creating you, he destroyed that mold. There's no one else in this world like you, and you have to realize that.
Yeah.
Stop comparing yourself to someone else. You will never be like anyone else. When it says that we are made in his image, we have to realize that his image is spirit. How you connect, and the only thing that connects us is the spirit. We get caught up in the flesh and we want to compete in the flesh, but it's not about the flesh. You want to connect in the spirit, connect in the spirit. Stop worrying about the flesh, because you going this body, you're gonna leave this body one day. Be who you are.
Hmm.
Be who you are. Find out who you are and what you like to do. What makes you want to get up in the morning? What is your passion? What is your drive? You know what makes me want to get up in the morning? If I can get up in the morning and help an author or help somebody that want to be an author, if I can share somebody's story, if I can do an interview, if I can do any one of those 4 or 5 things, I'm happy because I've helped somebody get their story out. I've helped somebody do something that they wanted to do, and that's all I'm done for the rest of the day. If I can do that, I'm done for the rest of the day, and I'm happy doing this. What I'm doing right now, I'm happy. If I don't do nothing else the rest of the day, I'm good. I'm good.
That's just beautiful and very overwhelming for a 13-year-old. I mean, it's like, oh my God, she's sharing like her life and stuff. And I really feel like what you said, it honestly really spiritually touched me because I really connect with stories, how important it is to get your story out. Because I've had many experiences in my life. In 13 years, I've had my brother had cancer. I had one of my brothers passed away. I had my grandparents pass away. So I witnessed many deaths and I witnessed a lot of other things as well. So I feel like we should always be grateful and always remember to spiritually connect with each other. So thank you so much everybody for watching, for commenting, for sharing out if you did. Really appreciate that. And we have our interview on the 20th, the Sunday, 20th of this December. So be sure to check that out. It'll also be shared out to my page and Angela's page. So you'll always have it, you know. So thank you so much everybody. I'm gonna end the broadcast. Thank you so much, Angela, for coming.
Thank you. And I look forward to talking to you on the 20th.
Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much. Looking forward to our another interview. So thank you so much, everybody, and we'd love to have more inspiring people like you, Angela, on the show.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.